So this is going to be a diary or journal of some sort, where I will show you and talk to you about my process in creating a comic, from idea to sketching to visualizing the story, characters, how I draw it, how I plan it out, and all that kind of stuff. It's not only for you, the viewer, but it's also for me to see where I need to put my most thought into and work into, and stuff that I probably need to learn or need to reevaluate. Um, so I'm showing you probably right now my sketching for a character right now. It's basically a Viking or some sort of a Viking. My first idea was to make it like a modern Viking of some sort, because I really wanted to do Nordic, some sort of Viking, Norse mythology kind of comic. Because I haven't seen any Viking comics that has gone like Conan or into the fantastical or the fantasy realm. Um, but I also thought I don't want to do perhaps like a totally like only Viking comic. I want it to be perhaps more like a wander, like a kung fu, wandering the world kind of story. And I thought, why not use a Viking, since they traveled a lot already in historical records. So I thought, why not have a lonely single Viking just walking the earth, so to speak. But that's just an idea I have for right now. Most of the times, I usually create the story or the concept, and then I try to draw characters that fit into this story. But I find myself not liking what I draw because the story is kind of set in stone for some reason, and I need to change that. So I try to do the character first and see if I like the main character. The character I'm gonna draw a lot, and if I like the character, I will create the story around it, around the character. And that's where this whole wandering the earth kind of stuff happened, because I drew the character, I sketched it out. It needs some tweaking, I know that. I haven't made my mind up if it's gonna be like a brawler or if he's gonna have like a weapon or weapons. But I really just wanted to create a character first, and then create the story or the circumstances around him. And I'm still kind of debating with myself if I want to do it in a kind of a modern way, or if I should do it in like the Viking Age, but the not the real world, not the real historical places and people, but like taking that era and just making it a little bit more fantastical, like fantasy. Sprinkling it with stuff that can't be real and magic and stuff like that, just to, have something that isn't bound to historical events or real happenings, events, and stuff like that. I just want it to be a fantastic story. I want a character that you can take to different places and emotional situations, but still have like a red thread through all the stories. And I also think that I maybe want to do something like chapters are being adventures. Like, this chapter he's gonna do this story. It's gonna be like a collection of smaller stories. So it doesn't, but it's all gonna have like a red thread or something, going through the whole story and chapters, like he's after somebody or he's looking for something, and we get to know that through all the chapters, but the chapters themselves are like contained stories. Um, so that's why I am, doing the tattoos on him. I'm not set on these tattoos that I'm sketching because I want the tattoos to have some meaning to it. I just have to figure out what each tattoo is gonna do. But I want him to have like a supernatural essence to him. Yeah, he's gonna be basically human, but has some kind of like Constantine or something like that, where he knows the world, he knows the magical world, he knows the other realms, but he isn't of that sort. He's not a magical being. He's not like a monster or something like that. Right now, I'm just using the title the God Slayer right now as a title, just because I need something to work with, and I thought maybe it would be kind of interesting if he's like Kratos from the God of War series, where he's like, you screwed me up, man. I need to take my vengeance on you, and it's a god, that has made him something like that. So I'm trying some ideas. I'm testing them and I'm sketching. So that's where I am right now. Just from just doing a character sketch, you can get kind of ideas. I need to work on it. I need to refine the character to see what exactly is it that I want to do. Like the muscles on this guy, I need to maybe scale them down a bit, maybe make him a bit sleeker, or maybe I should try a cartoonish way. I don't know. I haven't decided on the style yet, if it's gonna be like more realistic or if it's going to be more on the cartoonish side. Both have its advantages and bad sides, so I don't know really yet. But I wanted to do this journal, this diary, this process diary, just so I can show you how I think and how I work and what I'm trying to do and how hard it is sometimes. Because my problem has always been that I just start and I just jump in and I realize that I'm not liking it, I'm not happy with it, I'm writing myself into a corner, or maybe my art isn't good enough to do what I had planned to do. So I really want to try and make this journal so you can see that there are going to be mistakes, there are going to be things that I have to redo or maybe re-evaluate and maybe redraw, or everything. This character may not even be the final thing that appears, but I want to have like a documented record of myself doing this, so you can see how it either falls apart or it becomes something great. Because I really want to do a comic, and I've had my tries at it, but I just keep failing. So, not failing, but I'm not happy with it. So I hope you will enjoy this, and I hope you will follow these as I'm trying to make them each time I work on my comic idea. I'm not gonna like do it every day, but I'm going to try to update as much as possible. Every time I get some time to work on this, I will record it and I will do my thoughts, recording my voice so you can hear and see what I am trying to do. So please follow me on this journey. I hope you will like it, and I see you in the next video.